What's up, Tricknology family? Welcome back to another episode of the Tricknology News Talk. And today, for this episode, we're going to be talking about my best top 10 movies of 2019. So for this list, I go based off the movies that was heavily critic favorites, those who might have dominated the box office, and movies that I really enjoy. So, other than that, let's get straight into it. So, right off the bat, we have with number 10 is Aladdin. Now, with all these Disney remakes that be doing, so Beauty and the Beast will have to be my best live action Disney movie that they made because they're right off the bat they went straight into exactly the way that the animation of the animation film did. And I feel Aladdin did that too. They follow in the same footsteps in the animated version. Will Smith was great as Genie. Also, the actor that played Aladdin, and of course the actress that played Prince Jasmine. The visuals, the production design, the costume was great. The only thing I could take away from this movie is Jafar and the actor they chose. I feel like they could have written Jafar better and follow it exactly the way that the animator did. They could have chose a better actor for that, but other than that, moving on to number 9 is Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Now, this movie is not my least favorite or my best favorite, so I would have to put that like in the middle section with all my ranks of Star Wars films. But other than that, this was a great celebration and a good ending towards the Skywalker saga and everything. The performance was great, the visual was great, the action sequence and everything was great. But I feel that the return of the Empire felt stretched. But other than that, let's move on to number 8. Number 8 is Fast and the Furious, Hobbs and Shaw. Now, this is the first spin-off of the Fast and the franchise series. Hobbs and Shaw were really great. I feel like ever since the Raw debuted in Fast and Furious 5, the Fast 5, he was like the best thing in the whole franchise movie. It was good that he got a spinoff along tagging with Deckard Shaw in the movie. This was a great buddy cop film that I really enjoy. And other than that, moving on to number 7 is Us. Jordan Peele did a great job directing this film. Ever since he did a good job with Get Out, I felt like Us top Get Out. And other than that, you have a family that goes against the doppelgangers, and also a lot of other doppelgangers around the world that's killing their counterparts. But other than that, this was a great horror movie of 2019. Moving on to number 6 is Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4 was a great animated movie in my opinion. This the original Toy Story was all-time favorite childhood movies in the 90s. This is that one franchise that's never failed in the movies. All the series was great. And I feel like this is another celebration to end the way Toy Story 4 has ended. But if they do make more Toy Story films, I feel like this is there probably will be more spin-offs towards like for example, have Woody and Buzz have their own adventure, and of course Buzz and Jesse take over the other Barney's toys along with Forky everything. But other than that, Toy Story 4 was great. Moving on to number 5 is Dolomite Is My Name. I felt like this is the best comedy film of all of 2019. It was nominated for 2 Golden Globes for Best Actor with Eddie Murphy and Best Comedy Drama in the Golden Globes. And with Eddie Murphy returned to his old comedy roots, this was the funniest thing ever. Also, being portrayed as Rudy Ray Moore, Dolomite himself, and Netflix is dominating the game with these movies. Of course, it was Dolomite himself. And moving on to number 4 is John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. I think this one was the best summer movie of 2019. Another franchise I feel that never fails. Like the first 2, John Wick was great. I think this one had a lot of action than the other 2. I can't wait to see when Chapter 4 comes out in 2021. And that's gonna have the same release date as the Matrix 4. Can debate where I see 1 or 2. And both Keanu Reeves is in it. So I can't decide. We'll just have to see. So moving on to number 3 is The Irishman. Like I said, Netflix is dominating the game. And of course, when you have Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci returning to acting. Another great gangster movie. This is another Netflix movie that's like something that's a masterpiece to watch. And also, I think this movie was nominated for. It mentioned in the last video. They had a couple of gold nominations: best drama film, best original score, best actor, best supporting actor, and everything. And other than that, this was a great movie. Moving on to number 2 is The Joker. Man, Joker. This was the best DC movie that they put out. Well, in 2019, along with Shazam, but we're gonna give it back to Shazam in a moment. But let's talk about the Joker. Joaquin Phoenix did a excellent job playing the Joker. He's right there with Heath Ledger's Joker, and like I said before, Joker doesn't feel like a comic book movie. It was more like a drama, character driven type movie. Even though the first rated R Batman film without having Batman in the movie, but I feel like Joker alone itself did really great, and I hope they do a lot more great spin-offs or actually rated R DC films, so that they just follow in the same footsteps as Joker. If you could do that, DC is on their way. So before we move on to number 1, let's go to a few honorable mentions. We have Shazam, Child's Play, Jumanji: The Next Level, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Pokemon, Detective Pikachu, Godzilla, King of Monsters, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man: Far From Home, Crawl, Good Boys, Ready or Not, Doctor Sleep, Pet Sematary, and It Chapter 2. Now, are you guys ready? Drumroll. Zoom. Number 1, Avengers Endgame. Now, this movie not only was awesome, they broke Avatar's all-time box office record, and this Avengers movie is not only the end of Phase 3, but it's also the end of the Infinity Saga. I feel like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man should get an Oscar because he's the one that started the whole MCU thing, and we need him to get that Oscar, man. We just got to give him that for his performance. And other than that, the story was great. This was a good celebration into everything that the MCU is going, and we come to that full circle with having all the characters in there. Thanos, like I said, was a badass villain in the whole entire movie, and through Infinity War and everything. And I can't wait to see what Phase 4 has in store for us. So there you have it. That's my top 10 movies of 2019. I can't wait to see what 2020 has in store for us. But other than that, this is Trico, and I'm signing off. Peace.